Going to start science and technology. So it's first National Center for Disease Control. So it's a National Center for Disease Control, a Union Health Ministry, a key lab in India genome sequencing. It was formed National Institute of Communicable Disease and transformed into National Center for Disease Control, larger mandate controlling emerging, re-emerging disease, a national level institute for training and manpower, public health laboratory, entomological service, and various applied research. Undertake investigation, disease overtake, and provision for diagnostic service, community medical college, research institutions, health, and generate and disseminate the knowledge, various area, and applied integrated research, various aspect of communicable and non-communicable disease. Now, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology is the Aadhaar is like world's largest digital identity program, demographic based unique digital identity. So anywhere and also eliminate the duplicate fake identities, provide the identity infrastructure for delivery various social welfare program. So it's aimed to provide digital literacy and state of art VLSI lab, specialized manpower and development program. Number of digital transaction increased and commission 2 system is there, IIT Hyderabad and Bangalore system including the Bangalore and Roorkee, Guwahati, Mohali, and aim to footfall the eliminating physical presence of violator of virtual court, manage the virtual judge, working 24 into 7. Litigant needs to visit court, judge will have to physically preside over the court. Number of judge is adjudicating traffic and submit in the courts, automatically fill the virtual courts. E-District is the mission mode project is the that aims to electronic delivery identification high volume citizen centric service. Global indices e-governance index and along with assessment website development pattern is the e-government development index. Assess the infrastructure and educational level, reflect the country using information technology, promote access and inclusion. MIT is the composite measure, their important dimension, e-government and online service index. Telecom National Policy for Electronics is the electronic system design manufacturing by the encouraging dividing the capability and developing the core components, building the robust manufacturing ecosystem and global ecosystem government and essence of production link incentive scheme, large scale electronics manufacturing, promotion of manufacturing electronics components and modified electronics manufacturing, production link incentive IT hardware. Vikrant India aircraft carrier, it's a realization of national dream indigenous carrier. So Vikrant is Atmanirbhar Bharat is shipyard limited largest public sector shipyard, Ministry of Port and Shipping Waterways. It's a Russian origin Vikramaditya, its name Vikrant, and MiG-29 Kamov soon to be inducted in shipborne barrack. So spare of runway short take off, arrested recovery, combat capability, reach the versatility. Aircraft carrier will be formidable capability in defense, help secure Indian interest. So GitHub, it's a open source software responsibilities news after it was used to create share offensively named. So it's a GitHub world largest open source developer community platform. GitHub developer can upload the whatever software code and software idea have we collaborates and software Git developments. Efforts to attain self-reliance in strategic mineral requirement. So it's a self-reliant joint venture of company namely the Kanji and participating interest of National Aluminium Company. So it's identify and require oversee mineral assets and critical strategic nature, giving flip to Atmanirbhar Bharat, e-mobility, renewable energy, medicine, aerospace, aviation. Kabil is under the Australia, Argentina, Bolivia. Multi-agency center is the union government is share more intelligence input, common counter-terrorism, grid intelligence bureau, and research and analysis wing. So it's a multi-agency center, Kargil instruction and the overall Indian national security suggested by the Kargil Review Committee, and accordingly Intelligence Bureau and multi-agency center, it's a functioning 24/7 and coordinating this represent agency center and state level, and defense intelligence agency and the researcher and the wing will be in there. OMISHOR is a Indian Council of Medical Research testing kit for detecting the Omicron. So OMISHOR is the kit manufacturing by the Tata Medical Diagnostic Omicron as gene targets. So it's a Ministry of Health and Family Welfare funded by Government of India, formulating, coordinating promotion biomedical research. Code for practice for securing consumer Internet of Things. So it's a telecommunication engineering center. Ministry of Communication has released code of practice securing consumer interest Internet of Things aligned with the global standards and best practice. Help in the securing consumer IoT device and ecosystem. Service provide system integrate application. Internet of Things is the fastest emerging technology, enormous beneficial opportunity for society, industry, consumer, and remote health management, agriculture, smart home, IoT, cloud technology. So it's a 60%, 5 billion to 3 billion, and anticipated growth. Ensure IoT points comply with safety, security standards, and importance of people. So hypersonic missile is North Korea is the hypersonic missile first major weapon. Hypersonic gliding missile pursues a sophisticated technology, and it's a speed of 1 Mach and a speed up to 5 Mach supersonic speed. So ballistic missile so faster, follow a fixed trajectory and travel outside the atmosphere, and contrary hypersonic weapon atmosphere can maneuver midway, combine the high speed, make detection and interception, and hypersonic weapon, hypersonic glide vehicle, and cruise missile. Ballistic missile is the sea ballistic missile known the Dageful, Palm, and Jolfagar. It's 10,000 kilometer. A ballistic missile is ballistic trajectory. Short range ballistic, it's a atmosphere, while the intercontinental ballistic is the sub trajectory. Rocket propelled self guided is also there. Conventional high explosion, chemical, biological, nuclear, and code of conduct is Hague Code of Conduct, and missile proliferation is the political initiative. So it's a missile technology control regime aimed to limit to speed of ballistic missile and other unmanned delivery system that could be used for the chemical, biological, nuclear attack. Agni, Shaurya, Prithvi, Dhanush, a star with a heartbeat and without a magnetic field. So group of Indian and international scientists peculiar binary star. This is the first like Cancer constellation binary chemically peculiar stars are chemical peculiar stars usual abundance elements. So it is the discovered the heartbeat star and very weak or magnetic field. So it's a weak magnetic field. So discovery vital importance for the study of inhomogenetic due to spot in non-magnetic star to investigate the pulsational viability. Heartbeats no to date name heartbeat stems path of star to electrocardiogram and common center for various drastically like with star at the closest passage of binary system increase the integrated brightness with the amplitude of order of several parts and component move apart the light variation fall finally becomes a flat indicating the flux of reduce. So Sea Dragon exercise it's a quadrilateral security quad along with the Canada, South Korea and multinational exercise Sea Dragon Guam. So it's a US-led multinational exercise, practice, discuss anti-submarine warfare tactics and response to traditional, non-traditional maritime security, Indo-Pacific. Its exercise, primarily anti-submarine warfare and training, involve the more 270 over each of the graded and countries scoring highest points. Royal Canadian Air Force exercise defending the title Sea Dragon and includes the contingents like Navy, Royal Australian Force, Royal Canadian Force, and Japan Maritime Self Defense Force. It is an informal strategic India, US, Japan, Australia strategic alliance formed to ensure peace, stability in Indo-Pacific. And first Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe support the Vice President Dick. US Prime Minister Howard. Such dialogue was parallel joint military exercise. And first iteration of Quad is the following of withdrawal of Australia, Quad and Singapore. So okay. Sea to Sea variant of BrahMos missile. India successfully tested the advanced Sea to Sea variant of BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, Vishakhapatnam. So it's a accuracy ship combat system. So BrahMos deployed by the Navy on the warship and capability of sea-based target beyond the radar horizon, capable of being launched the sea to sea sub against the surface and sea surface target. Missile speed of sound 2.8 Mach and name is BrahMos is Port Montenegro forms the name of the two rivers Brahmaputra and Moskva. While fastest anti-ship cruise missile and BrahMos Aerospace a joint venture company and defense for development organization. Xenotransplantation. It's a USA transplanted a genetic altered pig heart in the patient. So xenotransplantation involves the transplantation of either liver cell, tissue organ, animal source or human body build the cell tissue. So it's a tissue organ called the graft and significant health problem. Guidelines for the charging infrastructure for electric vehicle. So promulgated the revised consolidation guidelines and standard for charging infrastructure for electrical vehicle. The guidelines include the provision for individual owned electric vehicle and public charging station. So electric vehicle residents individual entry to the set up the public charging station and meet the technical safety performance standards. Ministry of Power, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Central Electricity Authority. The guideline provides not only prevailing international charging standards but also new Indian charging standards and charging station financially viable sharing models, and it was launched 2015. National Electrical Mobility Missions is the vehicle technology and ensure sustainable growth. Global Cybersecurity Outlook is a World Economic Forum in Global Cybersecurity Outlook. So it's a digitalization fueled COVID-19. 151% is the ransomware attacks. So successful cyber breach costs 3.6 million. Global digital economy. It's like India, Sri Lanka Joint Committee on Science and Tech Cooperation. So it's science and tech, biotech, sustainable agriculture, aerospace, big data, analytical, artificial intelligence. Sri Lanka intellectual, cultural, religious, Advent, Buddhism, colonial expansion, Indian freedom struggle, 3 decades of long armed conflict Litte. So this all will be discussed all over there. Amar Jawan Jyoti War Memorial March. So it was the liberation war of Bangladesh by former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was removed recently. It was marked the National War Memorial. Indian Prime Minister also announced the construction of statue of Subhash Chandra Bose, restructuring symbol and National War Memorial, National Monument, honor and remember the soldier, military and armed conflict of post-independence India located Indira Gate. So it was about the science.